Everyone, welcome back to the Miami Minute, where we cover my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. This is the second one of the day. Wasn't part of the full Big Friday show for Valentine's Day. No, I finished that, and almost immediately, news actually broke for the Dolphins. So the Dolphins are obviously not in a great situation cap wise. Are they in a great situation? Period. Who's to say? Hopefully, this will help. So they had to do some rearranging of their roster. They had to cut some players. I'm sure more players will be cut, but I just wanted to get on this now since they did a tweet including all of them together. So Raheem Mostert, the starting running back from 2 seasons ago, had a bit of a down year this year, but he was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago, has been released, as has Kendall, who, when healthy, he was our second cornerback. You know, was he great? No, but he was serviceable as our second cornerback. My guess is Kader Kohu will be the number 2 now, or maybe they'll go out and try to get someone else or draft somebody, but Kendall Fuller is gone. And then some Dolphins fans will probably be quite excited about Durham Smythe being released. So, beginning of the season, Durham Smythe heavily criticized for a lot of holding calls among just like not being the greatest tight end in the world, but he was supposed to be a very good blocking tight end, if not a good receiving tight end. Doesn't matter as much when you're getting called for a lot of penalties. He did clean it up as the season went on, and he was able to not get called for as many holding penalties, but I do feel like a lot of people held that over him. So obviously these are in, preparation of the new cap coming up. So Smythe saves the Dolphins $2.175 million cut. Fuller saves them 2.76, and Raheem Mostert saves them 2.94. So hopefully, much luck to them in the future. I think, as we already said, Kader Kohu will have to step up in Kendall Fuller's place. And as for Raheem Mostert, I do think it offers kind of an interesting situation because, look, Dolphins running back room was very crowded with a lot of players who have similar skill sets, particularly Jalen Wright and Raheem Mostert. So obviously Devon Achane, he was the starter. He was the guy who's going to get most of the attempts and most of the receptions last season. Raheem Mostert was his backup for a lot of it. He had some fumble issues, he had some injury issues, and he eventually, kind of got out of the good graces, it seemed, of Mike McDaniel. Whereas Jalen Wright never seemed to really be in the good graces of Mike McDaniel. He only had like one game last season with over 10 rushes. That was the 15-10 victory over the Patriots, where he had 13 rushes for 86 yards. I think he had less than 300 yards total and like 68 carries for the whole season. So, not what we were necessarily expecting from him coming out of Tennessee, where, of course, he ran that 4.38 40-yard dash, and the Dolphins traded up for him in the 4th round with the Eagles. And it was like, hey, is this going to be, our next offensive weapon, this blazing speed? How is he going to work into the offense? He barely got worked into the offense at all. So, Mostert getting released, I think, shows that they probably do want to give Jalen Wright more of an opportunity to be successful in this offense. And I think that's great because I do feel like Jalen Wright has potential to be a good running back, and we just haven't been able to see it. So, other than that, I I think these were, great Dolphins for their time here. I think Mostert helped usher in the first era of the Mike McDaniel era and kind of changed the culture a little bit. Certainly was able to benefit from the innovative offense that McDaniel brought as he came over from San Francisco. And I hope he finds another place, and I hope he doesn't have to deal with injuries as much as he did here. So good luck to all of them. If you're a Dolphins fan, what do you think of these 3 releases. Are you happy to see any of them go? Sad to see any of them go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.